Hello and welcome to my channel. It's definitely been a busy week because my regular ArtSnacks has arrived. And this is... I didn't drop it in anything, it came like this, and I'm guessing the snowstorm has just basically made everything just get dirty and everything. I mean, there is salt everywhere and it's still not helping because it's just such a bad snowstorm. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So what's in here? Okie dokie. So I can see through the package the premium one, and for the premium, the edition, I'm just going to take it out and get rid of the box because there's not a lot. So there is two surfaces. So one of them is a Aquabord, and it's a clay board. I have never used one of them. Apparently you can frame it without glass. They can be sealed and displayed without glass. Interesting. Hopefully they'll let us know how to seal it. And then there is watercolor paper, and it's agave fiber. Really? Agave? Thank you, Batties, for this paper. Oh, that's so fun. So agave plant is one of the plants that is primarily pollinated by fruit bats, because bats are so awesome. They're the great pollinators, and there's so many things in this world we wouldn't have if it weren't for bats. So we have some Batty paper. We got Batty paper. It makes me happy. There's Batty paper. If I ever get around to doing a studio tour, you'll see some of the bats that are around, but I love the bats. Oh, yay. That's awesome. 290 GSM. Okay. 70% is thanks to bats, and 30% is thanks to other pollinators. But hey, 70% bat, thank you. Not 70%, 100%. Thank you, bats. Okay, and so it looks like we have a banana Laffy Taffy, and this is going into the, no, not into, it's going next to the candy jar because the candy jar is full. Again, I'm going to take the menus out, and let's see what's in the rest of it. Okay. Thank goodness there's not red. Oh, this is cute. This is very cute sticker. And I forgot to say, the reason I said thank goodness it's not red is because the last watercolor ArtSnacks there was, I got red, and then the next month I got red. What are you? I can read a zebra. Let's see, it is a zebra Zensations brush pen. This brush pen is sensational. That's what the menu says. It says sensational. It's for calligraphy and illustration. Black color. Ink is water resistant, but not completely waterproof. And archival. Okay, water resistant, not waterproof. Next thing that caught my eye is I'm so confused. Why is one looking like it's one version of it and one is another? But I at least am glad to have colors that I will be able to mix and do things with. A little sad I don't have things to make orange. But I mean, I can accept not having orange to having paper that bats help create. I will take it. I will take it. And then, oh look, a Princeton brush in a size round 6. Wow, I was missing that one. If you haven't seen, ArtSnacks did a watercolor box. It'll be up here in the card. There were 3 Princeton brushes. I got a 2, a 4, and an 8. So my one missing one was a 6. So yay, now I have it. Okay, let's see what the joke is. Oh no. Why did the artist become a detective? He was great at drawing conclusions. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so this is weird. The watercolor, they're supposed to be the same. So I'm guessing one of these is old. That's a little annoying. All right, so I'm going to get set up using the that paper, and I'm going to do an art piece, and I'm not going to talk for that portion, but then I'll see you on the other side. Alright, so here is the final piece, and the reason I painted it right on was because this is a watercolor block, which I did not realize because it was all wrapped up in plastic. So I have a palette knife here, and I actually learned how to separate a watercolor block from an Artfully Lived Life short. Basically, at one end, there's a tiny little gap that you can get something in, and then you go around and separate. And honestly, I would never had gotten a watercolor block until I saw that video and knew what to do, because I was just like, what do you mean glued on all sides? Do you just get one piece? That's how naive I was with it. I mean, there's not really any, if you're new to something, that's sometimes the assumption you make. Is, oh, I only get one paper for like $24? What? No, it's just, I had no clue what I was doing yet. But I absolutely think this is so cute. It was a little bit of a mistake doing the green eye at first, and then it wasn't. And if you see any shimmer, I finally figured out why I was occasionally getting shimmer and stuff that was not supposed to be shimmer. I forgot to wash out to be more green, I have a watercolor one, and it has shimmer from shimmer paints, and I forgot to flip it before I started. So if you see shimmer, that's why. Because I know I can see shimmer right now, at least on the nose. Might not pick up on the camera. So yeah, I thought it would be really cute to do this little bat with a sign of support pollinators, because if it weren't for pollinators like bats, we would not have this watercolor paper. So I thank you, bats. There are many other things that bats are very useful for and helpful. Especially, there's a certain drink that I do not feel like naming that comes from Agave, that if you like that drink, you better thank bats, because you would not have it otherwise. This pen was pretty interesting. I didn't use it as much in here just because I wanted to focus on more of the watercolors, but I did try it out with experimenting, and over here I did scribble and then immediately put water on it, and didn't turn out that badly. So for the colors, I wasn't going to get as bright of a green as I wanted because the type of blue and type of yellow, which made me sad, but at least I recognized it before I started painting. Because honestly, if I was going to make the bat a green bat, I wanted it to be bright. So instead, you made a yellow bat, and just more did it that way. And in the sign, it was this green, and then adding this, and the back of the wings, I actually added this to yellow, which oddly sort of made them very similar. But you know what? I got a shadow for the wing, and it works. So yeah. My guess is one of these colors is old, but thankfully still working. It sort of bugs me. That's like I have an old one. And I think it's the yellow that's the old one, because you couldn't see it after the pans dried. Maybe I can get a little more out and replicate it. But it actually had this, oh, you can see it right there. A separation in the color. Okay, there we go. It's almost a little gunky. Okay. It didn't do it that time, but as much. But there's a little bit of separation in the color when you first get out of the tube. And it specifically was happening with the yellow. So that's where I am thinking that the yellow one is the old one, whereas the blue one might be the new one. And yeah, it worked really well. I had done all my tests with fresh paint, and then the painting I actually did out of the pans when they had dried, just because I started this on, what was it, Wednesday. The box arrived, but due to some work stuff, I didn't actually finish it until Saturday when this is being posted. So yeah, paints still work really well even after that amount of time. Off camera, I just filled the blue too. So I will be adding them to my watercolors. I think I have counterparts in the Daniel Smith line. So will I be using these? Probably, when I don't want to use my Daniel Smiths, but yeah, they're decent watercolors. I'm a little sad because I saw someone get my favorite color combination. They got a green and an orange. So would I have loved that color combination? Yes. Will I need to replicate it when doing something else later? Yeah, I will. Absolutely, I'll have to do an orange and green piece. So yeah, overall, an okay box. I don't entirely get the point of the Aquabord. I went through and I'm just double checking now. Yeah, they don't say anything about sealing it. I mean, and on the actual package it says if you seal it, you can just hang it up. Well, it doesn't give a way to seal it, so that's just not helpful at all. So that's really frustrating. This pen, pretty good. It's really sparkly, the actual pen container, which is fun. I liked the flexible nib. It reminded me of the Tombow flexible nib one that I have. So yeah, overall, pretty good. Again, my highlight is definitely the Batty paper. And yeah, so I'm going to be putting this box up against Sketchbox and Scrawlrbox in a comparison video, as well as I didn't get full packs, but we will compare that one also in the comparison video. So look out for that one, as well as Scrawlrbox coming out possibly this weekend or over the next week. And I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.